up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Woke Up Worthy. I am your host, Jade Delpup. I am so excited to be back, you guys. Happy 2025. Holy shit. I've taken a year off, but she's back. I tell ya, I have been aching to get back on this podcast. Took a little much needed R&R, learned some life lessons, some life experiences, but I am back. And excited to, of course, share all the goss with you guys, the insights and the lessons. But a little bit about me, if you guys are brand new to Woke Up Worthy, welcome. This is your podcast for all things self-love, confidence, pretty much just fucking girlhood. Imagine you're walking into a bathroom, whether it's a nightclub or a party, and a couple of girls are crying and you just like, tell me your life story. How can I help you? And you leave as best friends. That's what this podcast is. You know, we are going to have podcast guests, story times, opportunities to just learn from me in the future. While we were. How exciting. So for those of you who are new to Woke Up Worthy, I am a master NLP practitioner. And if some of you are going, Jade, what the fuck is an NLP practitioner? It's neuro-linguistic programming. Again, what the fuck does that mean? Neuro meaning your brain connections, all that jazz. Linguistic as in language, communication, and programming. We're putting the two things together. So pretty much I help people rewire their brain for the better. That is what I do in my profession. This podcast, although it is somewhat professional, not really. This is my true self. What you see is what you get. Ain't no filters. There's editing, but I don't really edit myself to sound professional. This is literally me and you sitting down to have a coffee. What you see is what you get. I share every single experience, whether it's embarrassing for me or not. I always believe in sharing what you've gone through because others can learn from it. I am a huge believer, and I say this to my clients all the time, I am a big believer in just being raw and authentic and sharing your story. I promise you there are other people out there who are going through the exact same thing as you. And that's why I share everything I do. If anything I say in this podcast, in these episodes, and it lands for you and you go, fuck, I'm not the only one going through that, then I've done my job. This is a place for you to feel like you belong to a part of a community, and I'm hoping to support you the best way I can. I also have a Facebook group attached to this podcast. So if you want to revisit anything that we've talked about, if I ask questions, if you want to connect with the gals that are already part of this podcast, then please, I will link the group in the show notes of this episode because we just want to hang out. Like, let's move that. Let's hang out on the bathroom experience, meet the girls, leave as best friends, and translate that into a Facebook group. So if we can copy and paste that, stunning. So that's who I am. I apologize, but also sorry, not sorry. I swear a lot because, again, authentically me, swear a lot, and sometimes I talk really fast. Sometimes I forget what I'm saying, but we just roll with the punches. We say, fuck it. We're unapologetically ourselves, as you'll learn, and that's it. Hopefully I'm your cup of tea. If not, that's okay. I'm not offended. So much has happened in the space of a year, and as I said, I'm going to be sharing it all with you. Lots of highs, lots of lows, and I guess some middle ground, but the most important part, lessons. As long as there's lessons, a little bit of reflection and growth, then I guess such is life, and I'm happy to share it with you guys. Each of those lessons and experiences obviously will have their own episode because you know me, she likes a detailed story, but yes, they all are worthy of their own episode, so stay tuned. Just a summary though in terms of what the hell has been going on since you heard from your gal last. Had my first ever hot girl summer. Did it in my 30s. Fantastic, 10 out of 10 score if I do say myself. Yeah, I gave myself a 10 out of 10 score. You know the goss is coming for that, guys. You know the goss is coming. It was honestly a fantastic experience. Obviously, huge ups and downs from that experience. Probably needs fucking 14 episodes in itself just to explain the hot girl summer. But lots of stories coming your way. Another beautiful update for you guys is I have a new partner. I say new, we've been together over a year, but he's chef's kiss. So of course you guys are going to hear that beautiful story as well. We actually bought a gym together. We moved house into a beautiful new apartment. So, there's some shit going on. There's lots of shit going on, but good, positive things that I can't wait for you guys to hear. I let go of a few friendships. I gained a few friendships. And you know me, if you look back at the history of this bloody podcast, there are some friendship lessons that are a big part of growth and self-love and confidence. So I definitely will be sharing that. The whole shebang, honestly. It's amazing what happens in a year. Actually, has it been a year or has it been fucking 2 years? I don't want to admit it's been 2 years. Let's go with a year. It's been a year because two years is unacceptable. I'm very sorry. I have to give a shout out though, because I obviously get notifications like a weekly summary how my podcast is doing, and I'm still getting a ton of downloads every week from you guys. Obviously, whether that's new listeners or old listeners, old, I say like current listeners, but I appreciate you guys tuning in and recapping or still consuming the wealth of knowledge on this podcast. So, that obviously was a huge part in telling me and recognizing that I got some important fucking messages, and maybe you guys obviously just enjoy laughing at my miseries and how I get through shit, but it always comes back to a lesson. So yeah, I appreciate you guys who have been listening along. So what can you expect from me this year and moving forward from the podcast? Same old me, authentic, bubbly, hilarious, and raw. So, lots of crying, lots of laughter, but also just me laughing at my own jokes. Obviously, I'm going to give you guys a ton of skills and advice. And of course, still my 2 ragdoll cats running around in the background, causing havoc, like literally parkouring off the fucking walls. You can hear it in some of the episodes if you look back. So where would we be without Miko and Nala? So again, I'm excited to be back. Already have a bunch of episodes lined up. So if you go ahead, hit that follow button and hit that little bell so you're notified when this podcast goes live. Let's do this shit together, okay? It's going to be a wild ride this year. I have lots of experiences to share with you guys. We'll wrap it up in you can tell I haven't spoken for 2 years. No, a year. Fuck. One of the episodes is going to be about how I discovered that I am ADHD. So, what the fuck was I saying? Amongst my shitstorm of a life and beautiful experiences and growth and lessons and love and all that jazz, we're going to tie it up in a neat little bow, and it's my gift to you guys of how to get your shit together, how to fall in love with yourself, and how to feel confident. So I can't wait for you guys to hear what's in store, and I'll see you next week. Bye!